Hey, what's going on? Tony Scott here with a live in the studio look, Facebook Live, Smooth R&B 105.7. If you don't know, I do the afternoon show here from 2 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and most Saturdays from 3 to 8. And time to look at Tony's Tea, some entertainment headlines that kind of grabbed my attention today. R. Kelly says he's apologizing to all of his fans for letting them down. He's letting them down because he got canceled from performing at this weekend's Love Jam concert in Chicago. He says he doesn't know why he got canceled. He says he's never heard of anybody getting anything canceled because of a rumor. And his management team calls that and the Mute R. Kelly movement a public lynching. R. Kelly says that all the women that he's dealt with that have been in his life were of age and consenting adults. And he says he has done nothing, absolutely nothing wrong. Black China, is she pregnant or not? That's kind of like one of the stories today. Is Black China pregnant? You know, her boyfriend is 18 years old. He's a young rapper named YBN Almighty J. Folks with the long names, man. But she hasn't confirmed anything. But Page Six and a lot of gossip bloggers are saying it's true that she is pregnant with her third child. And he says, the Almighty J guy, the rapper, her boyfriend, her 18-year-old boyfriend, that they met on Christian Mingle. I guess it's possible. I mean, let me quit hating. Anything's possible. Look who's president. I'm just saying, you know. And Katt Williams is being sued again for assault. A couple of years ago, him and some friends of his went to a restaurant in Atlanta and were told by the server there was going to be a minute to get them a table. And Katt Williams allegedly threw a salt shaker, hit the person in the face. They had to be taken to the hospital. That person wants consequences and ramifications. Katt Williams has like the hardest time getting out of his own way. I don't know. Chris Brown is being accused of stealing an illustration. Apparently, he's got this clothing line, Black Pyramid, and he took this illustration and he imposed his logo in the illustration without permission. And folks called him out on it, and the person who drew the illustration called him out on it. And Chris had some kind of smart aleck remark, but then he took the picture down. So I guess his lawyers were like, hey, you need to take that down, man, you know. He's another one who can't get out of his own way sometimes. So there's that. I don't know if you saw TMZ today, but it was an hour of Kanye West live at the TMZ studios, and it was interesting. It was bizarre. It was worrisome. It was a lot of things. It's hard to read somebody on television, you know, when you're watching them on TV. Even like reading me now. I'm not on TV, obviously, but you're watching me through a video camera. And it's not an easy thing, but looking at him on television, just looking into his eyes, it looks like there's nobody there, to me. And I mean, no disrespect to Kanye West. I don't know Kanye West. I just know that he is in a different mindset now. But like I said before, we didn't hear a peep out of him until he was ready to drop music. Now all of a sudden he's all over the place saying, you know, this, that, and the other, and, you know. But it was a pretty interesting show. Kim Kardashian was on Ellen last week, and she said that she said no to Kanye wanting to name their youngest daughter, who eventually was named Chicago, after his mother, Donda. He wanted to name the baby Donda. Kim said no because she said it would be too hard of a name to live up to because of his mom's greatness. That's a good one, huh? That was a good one, huh? Yeah. But way to get out of that, man. That's a good one. Y'all take note of that, right? I don't know. I'm hating. But yeah, those are some of the stories we've been covering today. Also, let's see, Sprint and T-Mobile announced they're going to merge finally. That'll happen if it gets government approval. Can't see where it won't, especially in this age we live in now. Rick Ross apparently had another seizure, but he's okay. And Tiffany Haddish and TMZ have made up. So there you go. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Bring up one of our fallen officers at the shooting that happened last week. Rogelio Santander was laid to rest today. He was, by all accounts, was a bright star on the police department. He loved his job. He loved the people. He loved his family. He always had a smile on his face. He was only 27 years old, and he was taken from us. And for that, our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, his girlfriend, and the Dallas Police Department. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. So there you go. So what else is going on? You guys, Brenda, how you doing? Hope everything's good with you. And Pancho is checking in from Southwest Atlanta. Okay. Man, I haven't been to Atlanta in years. You know, one of the last times I was in Atlanta, not the last time, one of the last times I was flying to Las Vegas from St. Louis, and it had a 3-hour layover in Atlanta, and I'm like, wait, what? Well, that's that way. That's like, how is it? Las Vegas is over here, and we're over here, and we're right here in the middle, and we got to go this way or that way to get over. Man, it was like a mess. No reflection on Atlanta. It's just kind of strange how that happens that way. So, Letha, how you doing? Riri's up in here too, and so is Desiree. Is it Desiree? I think so. And Marion. Hello, Marion. How are you? Is that you? Is that you that posed for that Abby? Is that you? What? Shown less skin there. Yeah, man. So what else is happening in the world? The president said to be upset. When is he not upset? Over these questions that got leaked from the special counsel that they want to ask, the questions they want to ask him. I can't believe that these were the official questions, although they seem to be, you know, they seem to be, but I don't know if they are. Who leaked something like that? Well, I don't know. Katt Williams, Brenda says, that was not nice. Sometimes you have to wait. Even when you're Katt Williams, right, Brenda? It's one of those things. Katt needs to he needs to meet with Iyanla Vanzant or something. He needs somebody to fix his life, because he has a if you're to believe everything, he has like a really bad temper problem, controlling his temper, and doing things that one day somebody's gonna whoop his ass for real, because you know he ain't a big fella at all, and somebody's gonna come for him. They're gonna mop the floor with him. You know, they're gonna hit him one time, they're gonna jar him, and then after that it's gonna be a wrap. I'm just saying, he needs to stop with that nonsense, right, Carolyn? Don't you think? I think so. So anyway, there's that, and trying to see what else is. There was a couple other stories that I wanted to tell you about, and I don't know if I have them. Let me see if I have them here on my device. My device. Let's see. Maybe this was one that I can share with you. No, I told you about that yesterday. And Toronto restaurant is ordered to pay $10,000 for requiring black diners to prepay. A Chinese restaurant in Toronto was sued for violating the human rights code after the server asked Emil Wickham and his friends to prepay for their meal. He was there celebrating his birthday at Hong Shing restaurant with friends when he was asked to prepay for his meal. He asked the other patrons in the restaurant if they had to prepay, and they said no after realizing they were the only black people in the restaurant. He asked a server, who agreed that he was the only one asked to prepay. So he filed a lawsuit. Judge says, yeah, can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that at all. There'll be none of that. How many times do you think that's happened that doesn't get reported? You know what I'm saying? That does not get reported. Just, it really ticks you off. I mean, it really does. You know what was interesting, though, over the weekend I read where Kylie Jenner, her and Travis Scott, you know, that couple that had that baby Stormy and all that. Well, apparently Kylie like rented out Six Flags for a day for her boyfriend's birthday or something. Six Flags. You know, renting a movie theater, that's a big deal. You rented out Six Flags for a day? Really? You bought all the I wonder how much that cost. What do you think that costs? Because Six Flags on any particular day, especially in California where the weather's for the most part pretty good. How much money do you think they make? And how much money do you think Six Flags is willing to just let that go for a day? It's got to be six figures, right? It's got to be a couple $100,000 easy. I'm just saying. As long as somebody gets it on video, you know what? Yeah. You know, and that's where we are now, right? With smartphones that can take a video and stuff so you can document things that happen, which is a good thing, I think. But it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I can remember when I was a kid coming out of a department store and they used to call him the security guy, but now they're called loss prevention managers. But he says, "What do I have in my pocket?" I was like, "I don't have anything in my pocket. What do you think I have something in my pocket for?" And I never forget. He says, "I know you're kind, and I know you took something." So by then, and I was like, I don't know, 14, 15 years old. And I said, well, hey, man, you want to search me, but I hope I have something, because if you don't, I said, your ass is mine. Right? Inside, I'm thinking, why did you say that? In my brain, I said, your ass is mine. And over here, I'm going, why did you say that, man? Why, Tony? Tony? Shut up! Just shut up! But you're 15. You think you know everything, and he let me go. But I was like, I know you're kind. What in the hell was that about? Barbara, how you doing? You think it costs $1 million to rent out Six Flags for one day? You know what? You may be right, because they make a lot of money. I mean, just think how expensive the tickets are, and then the food ain't cheap, the drinks ain't cheap. The toys and all that stuff, none of that is cheap. All of it is like overpriced because they know they can get that kind of price for it at the amusement park. So there's that. But man, renting that out for an entire day, that's big time right there. That is huge. That is huge. There's a school that for their prom, they're going to have what they call modesty ponchos. So if a young lady shows up with, her boobs out, something that's too sexy and all that, they'll be asked to put on the modesty poncho. What do you think? Is the school going overboard? It's almost like they have to do that, though, just to protect themselves and maybe the students. You just got to like... Well, I don't know. Is it a rite of passage, like when you go to your high school prom, that you can dress sexy and let your leg out, let your boobs out, and wear something revealing? You're still in high school. You're still in high school. Whose parents are letting their kids do that? What the hell's that about? I don't know, man. Tiffany Haddish, Brenda, TMZ made up. Tiffany Haddish, apparently, I told you about this last week. Her and her friends were loading up a car. Because, I don't know, a bunch of luggage. I don't know if they were coming back from somewhere or going somewhere. I don't know, not important. But they were loading up the car, and a guy from TMZ was asking them questions. And he never helped them load the luggage, and Tiffany called them out for it. Like, big time. And the guy apologized. He brought flowers to her and says he was sorry, and she accepted the apology. But she did let him know, though, that wasn't cool at all. But he's not there for that. He's not there to help you. He's there to get a story. I mean, as mean as that sounds, it's just one of those things where you got to look at it for what it is. He ain't there to be your friend. He's there to get a story, and he's got no damn to give about you or your luggage or your friends or where you're going or where you're coming back from. He's just trying to do his job. In my opinion, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. So, but one of those things, man. So, what else is going on? Hey, Verna, how are you? Well, you got that little hand there. Give it a high five. High five. High five. Remember how I remember, hey, Cindy, how are you doing? Cindy's in the house also. Welcome, Cindy. When my daughters were little and stuff, you just try to teach them little cute little things because, and you never wanted to grow out of it. Who's your daddy? And, your child's 22 now. It's like, you are my daddy. It's like 22 years old. Still, you're 52. Who's your daddy? It's like, come on, man. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. The car he gave her for having the baby was $1.5 million. Barbara says that about Travis Scott and Kylie. It's Kylie, right? Kylie Jenner. Kylie bought her ex-boyfriend Tiger so many cars, right? Or he bought her so many cars. They will always get well, I think he was buying them because he's the one. Tiger's the one that ain't never had no money, right? Or doesn't appear to have money, or he's just bad at paying his bills. That's like the worst thing ever. You got money, but you're just bad at paying your bills. This is why you always have money, because you never pay your bills. Pay your bills, you be like everybody else. Don't pay your bills and you're flexing. You got all this cash on you. You're buying all this fancy stuff, but you don't pay a damn thing. What is that actually flex? That's not flexing. Is that flossing? No, it's not flossing. That's not any of that. That's being a fool. Yes. Barbara, you're so nice. Thank you for saying that. Fran says, put on your big girl panties and do it yourself. You're talking about Tiffany Haddish? Loading up her car with luggage? I mean, could he have helped? Yeah, he could have helped. He probably would have got a better interview. But how was he to know that she was going to turn on him like that? You know what, Cindy? I talked about Blac Chyna being pregnant, possibly again. Has it been confirmed yet? I know word's going around. It can't be a money grab like it was with Rob Kardashian, because this young dude, he's 18, he ain't got no money. No, I never even heard of it. You ever heard of him before? YBN, Almighty J? What in the hell kind of name is that anyway? But yeah, supposedly they met on Christian Mingle. That's what he said in an interview, but she is supposedly pregnant with his child. And he's 18. How old is she? Late 20s, probably, you think? Maybe? She can't be like in her 30s. You think she's in her 30s? She might be in her 30s. I don't know. What is her deal, though? I mean, she's a pretty girl. But, I mean, what's her deal? Well, what's her deal? She's not a singer. She tried the rap thing a couple years ago. That was horrible. I've never seen her do any acting before. Have you? I mean, I don't know what she does. I mean, I'm just being serious. I mean, what is it that she's famous for? You know, well, what is that about? I mean, Amber Rose, her big break was when she became Kanye West's girlfriend, right? And then she took it from there and they broke up, but she was able to build something out of that. So there's that, you know. Kim Kardashian rolled the dice with the tape with Ray J, and then look how it turned out for her. But what is it that Blac Chyna does? I don't know what she does. Daniel says Tiffany should have paid a porter. It could have done that too. That's a good idea. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Pay a porter, man. You know what I'm saying? You think she got pregnant to get back at Rob? Well, then maybe she's not as old as I thought she. Maybe she's like closer to maybe she's closer to 18. Because that's that would be like a very immature thing to do. But I don't know. Collect child support. Man, Cindy, you're being kind of harsh there. I don't know. She's 29. You're saying, Rose? Blac Chyna's 29 years old. Her boyfriend's 18, and supposedly she's pregnant again. I don't know. I don't know. Just reason number 454 why I'm glad I'm the age that I am. And no, I'm not. No, you don't have to apologize for anything. Cindy, come on. We're good. You know me. You know you and I are good. We're good. We're good. We're right here, man. We're good. We're good. Why do people? What is that? You ever had people do that? They just I always make fun of myself doing that when I'm doing something and I go like this or talking about something. I'm like, why am I doing that? I don't know. I'm always fascinated why people do stuff like that. Blac Chyna may be pretty, but an 18-year-old, come on. Well, you know what? He's legal. He's legal. He's legal. That's really all you can say. He's legal. That's all we got. Is he's legal. Let's see what time. Yeah, he's that's all we got to hold on to, Brenda. Is that he's legal? You know. But yeah, I'm kind of with you too. Okay, come on, really. But then I mean. Tiger was dating Kylie Jenner when she was like 16 years old. And no one ever reported that. No one ever said, hey, did the police ever look into that? Maybe I missed that story. I don't know. He was an adult dating a 16-year-old, and everybody seemed to be cool with that. Why is that? You'd think they'd have come for him. You know what? Kanye is promoting his music. That's the one I'm going with. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I just think he's trying to create some controversy for his music that's coming out. He was on TMZ today, and he spoke for an hour. And him and Van, I don't know if you're familiar with the cast on TMZ, but Van Lathan is the African-American correspondent, I guess, on the show. Not the co-host, Charles, but the other guy. And they kind of went back and forth for a while, but Van really, lit into him. Really, pretty good. It was pretty serious for a minute, and Kanye just had that look on his face where am I? Why am I here? I was surprised when I turned it on and he was sitting there talking with Charles and Harvey. I was like, is that a Kanye lookalike? Because I was like, why would Kanye be on TMZ? But apparently Harvey talked to him a couple weeks ago, and I guess Kanye promised he'd come on the show. And, because everybody's wondering, what is it about, why did you put on that Make America Great hat again? Why are you saying you got love for Trump and all this stuff like that, which he's entitled to have. We got to remember that. Just because he doesn't feel like we feel, but he's really saying things that just appear on the surface. Again, I've never met him before. I can't speak to, his thought process, but on the surface, it's because he's got new music coming out. It just seems like it's all tied together. So to me, it doesn't feel genuine. It doesn't feel sincere. And I could be wrong. Probably am wrong, but just the feeling that I get. But it's one of those things where you either take him at his word or you don't. I think a lot of times when celebrities speak about social issues, a lot of times people give them the side eye because to people, normal people, who are not in the business and who are not living a privileged life, they don't see that person, that celebrity, that privileged person as being relatable to the everyday person, right? You're Kanye West, so you're gonna, because he started to say something earlier today when he was on TMZ. He says, "My housekeeper," and it's like, well, that's that's not something that most of us can relate to, like we don't have a housekeeper, so you're kind of like, I don't know. Barbara says that Kylie Jenner's mother is the one who let it happen because it's all about the money, and I won't argue with that. I think that pretty much sums it up. Is that I think that Kris Jenner probably sold her she sold her soul and her two youngest daughters' souls to the devil for fame and fortune. I kind of feel that way, to be honest. I feel bad for saying that. I do, because again, I don't know them, but it just seems like as an outsider, it just seems like, what is that about? So what is that whole thing about? Crazy is his new song, Lift Yourself. And Joshana says, watch it be a hit. You know what? Yeah. I thought he had a song where he said poop all the time. Or something like that. I think my daughter told me that. Or Joshana, I think our daughter told me that. That's my wife. So, R. Kelly, R. Kelly says he's sorry he let his fans down, that he won't be able to perform this Saturday. And there are some people... some of the comments on Facebook today from men say, what, you guys got to keep in mind that R. Kelly ain't been convicted of a damn thing. He been convicted of nothing. He went on trial. He was acquitted. He's never been convicted. He's been investigated. He's never been found guilty on anything. So, guys are saying, what? It's not fair to do that to him, to drag him like that, because nothing's ever come. There's only been rumors. What about the girl in the videotape 10 years ago or however long ago it was? She was underage. How do we know she was underage? And when that tape came out, he was put on trial not long after that, and he was not convicted. So what does that say? That the girl must have been of age. You have a videotape of him engaged in a sexual act with someone who somebody said was a minor. And did they use it at the trial? If they did, he still wasn't convicted. So that must tell you that everybody in the tape must have been of age. How could you have that tape and not use it to convict him? Something going on right there, right? I mean, I'm not an R. Kelly apologist. I think he's got a problem. But that's just me. Again, on the outside looking in. I don't know. So that's the song you're talking about, when he talks about poop all the time. It's called, what's it called? It's called Lift Yourself. And he just said different ways of saying poop. Is that? I was talking to my daughter last night, our daughter, and she said that, it's kind of a weird song. She goes, I'm a huge Kanye fan, but I'm not here for this first song that came out. It's just crazy. So all the Kardashian women pick weak men. Now, see, now in my head, I'm going through, okay, Khloe, okay, Kim, okay, Courtney. I don't know anything about Travis Scott. I just know he's a rapper. I don't know anything about him as far as Kylie goes, and I don't know who Kylie dates. But you make a good point. You make a great point, Cindy, so yeah. There you go. There's one for you, wifey. Your husband is very funny. You see, my wife doesn't laugh at anything that I have to work very hard to make her laugh. And that's because she says, because we've been together for so long, I'm immune to the simple humor. You got to really make me laugh, because, and occasionally I do. Of course, Cindy, it's your opinion, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm not challenging you. I'm just trying to think. You make a great point, though. I mean, but you know what? They almost need, Cindy. They almost need a weak man, because no man's gonna make a decision for them. Did you get the feeling though? And I don't think TMZ with Kanye. I don't think it was broadcast like live, because it comes on at different times in different cities because it's a syndicated show. But, if it came on live like in L.A., like real-time live, don't you think Kim was trying to, break a speed record to get to TMZ to yank him out of there? Because he just, for a while, he was like, whoa, whoa, you know, but hey, Cindy, thank you. I do have a beautiful wife, and she's hot too. She's a hot mama. She's a hot mama. She's hot. She's hot. she's more beautiful now than she was when I met her when she was 21. She is. She's got the peas and the potatoes. Yes. I'm saying all that so she can say, why don't you take yourself out to eat tonight? No, I'm going home and have a salad. I'm going home and have a salad. Yes. Yes. Fran, I don't know what that means, but you think they create drama to boost the show? I got you. Well, you know what? There's no such thing as every reality show is scripted to some degree. It is. I need you to be like really angry in this scene. I know you're mad, but I really need you to let it out. Oh, that happens all the time. There's no such thing as a reality show. That never existed. That was a phrase coined by the TV industry, right? And now, because reality shows have such a bad connotation, that now they call them docuseries now. Because they don't want to call it a reality show. Remember a few weeks ago when I told you that Salt and Pepper and In Vogue and who else? There was another group, SWV. We're doing a docuseries that was going to follow them on tour. That's a reality show. They call it a docuseries. That's what they're calling it now to get away from that. So, yes. Yes. Barbara's over here telling our secrets, man. Barbara, pipe down over there, will you? Barbara Ward. Yes. Well, I got to get ready to go because I've got this Kevin Ross song and then a couple more. And then I still got to put all my stuff up and everything like that. I was running late today because getting on at 6 because my computer was updating and it was taking forever. And it finally went on about 6:09. I was able to get in here. So happy to be on today with you guys because you guys make me have a good time. Put me in a good mood when I leave home every day. When I leave here every day to go home. So there's that. But anyway. Have a blessed evening. Follow me on my social media platforms. Tony Scott Media on Instagram and Facebook, the black and white picture, because I got a lot of Facebook pages. And, of course, Twitter and Instagram. I said Instagram. And then on YouTube, This and That Media would be the one to follow me on and subscribe to that channel so I can build it back up again and get it going. I need to get it going. I actually need to do some YouTube Live stuff, and there's a program that will let you go on Facebook Live and YouTube at the same time together with one broadcast. I need to look into that too. So, Verna, enjoy your evening. Thanks for Cindy, thank you for saying that. You're so nice. Look at you. Thanks for the laugh. I appreciate you saying that. That makes me feel like I did something. So, although you probably just laughed just looking at me because I'm just like a funny looking guy, but that's got this big head with this white hair and face kind of crooked this way. You ever notice that my face is kind of like leans to one side? What is that about? Anyway, gotta go. Thanks so much. Have a great evening, and talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow. And be safe. All right. I do. Cindy, my head, look. I'm looking straight at you right now. I'm kind of this way. My face is kind of like I'm not like Sylvester Stallone kind of thing, but I don't know what that's about. So, Barbara, thank you so much. Have a blessed evening, and I'll talk to you guys later. Wifey, I'll call you later.